Okay, good late morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader at Tradeview Markets. It's a Monday morning. It's actually the beginning of the month, the end of the quarter. Games are over. Anybody have any excuses? I'm not saying people are in this room, certainly not excuse users, from the ones at least speak up here. Listen, it is still a busy week. It's very, very rarely can you rest on any type of moves for a couple of days or whatever you can. You know what I mean? You always have to be aware. And as I sign into TradeGATEHub, the first thing I hope everybody did that for those that follow, I posted this morning. I really didn't have much of it. King Dollar runs up again. All right, King Dollar, bravo. All right, so let's go to Dollar. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about the log bond. I mean, I sold bonds. Bottom line is this week's playbook. This is Monday. Key data. We had key data. It was announced between NIO, Tesla. Obviously, they could have destroyed it today. Went red to green. Now it's actually testing the 50-day to a degree. I'll get to that in a moment because I want to finish. I want to finish what we're doing at the moment because hold on. I'm getting something. I know I corrected. I wanted to go to the routine first. Not routine. It's not like some blase situation. I want to go through fundamentals. All the pros that you see, they stretch, they do layups. I mean, the LeBron James really have to do a layup, for 15, 20 minutes before a ball. He's freaking 3 inches from the rim, but he does. And that's part of his muscle memory, and it gets him into his routine. It gets him comfortable for being here. And that's why I'm going to continue doing this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that my routine is the best. It just means that maybe I do my routine a little bit better. But I have no ego, as I shouldn't have, because I'm a decent trader, and this is not the material that I think works best. It's an amalgamation from material that if anybody wants to email me, I'll show them where to get them of peers of mine and other Twitter feeds and other traders. And that's what we used best to devise a plan. So Monday morning is the most amount of data that I put. I did post some Barbie. So there, Friday afternoon, fear green index starting there, a couple of things, blah, blah, blah. Good evening. All right, we start with multiple TGH guest guest Helene's charts. Listen, I start, I don't really get that intense. I'm not sitting here Sunday night. And I'm not saying somebody's routine may be better. I'm not here, as everybody's asleep, flying through charts with a flickering light. You know what I mean? It's a process for me. It's almost dynamic and rolling. It never really stops. It's not suffocating for me, but I want to start, in a larger perspective and narrow in as we get closer to the necessary opens, if you will. So we start off with the macro view. The usual suspects, uranium obviously is put in there for a little bit. It's probably not going to go out. Key events this week. Harvey, short interest stocks. Larry Fink, what he says, he controls most money and controls trillions. He sees a lot of fear. Personally, I think he's underweight. Costco, they're selling gold bars at Costco. That's bearish. I don't care what's going on. That was almost like when you could buy a car or you could buy transactions in Miami, but by Bitcoin only, when Bitcoin was trading in the 40s, probably even 50s at that point. Earnings for the week, not much doing here for earnings. Anything I'm interested, Telray, blah. AEHR I'm interested in just as a sexy mover. And that's it. Anything else? That's it. Next with earnings, fear, greed, as I posted that last night. The playbook, go through it in your own time. Again, always, posting upgrades and downgrades, economic indicators, not articles that I think are prevalent towards, some sort of political science or analyst. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not an analyst. You know what I mean? I don't even know what an EPS is anymore. I'm being half kidding, but you know what I mean. Retail investor sentiment reached the most bearish level of the year. And we're the most bearish in the past 5 years. Today we're up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to continue, but they certainly gave you some good moves in the market. Again, I'll get to that in a second. one thing I want to point out, and then I'll stop pontificating, but it is the beginning of the week and I want to get the fundamentals over. It is a really good minder in this room with many styles. It's fast and furious. I'm trying to slow down. Less is better. I see a lot, alerts are going off all the place, but once again, I'm used to it. So it's not like, again, it's suffocating me. But I'll try to narrow down some ideas. Not that I don't think it's, nobody asked me to. I just want to narrow it down, like Mark pointed out. Pardon me. They say yawning is from a lack of oxygen. I'm certainly not tired, so I don't know what's going on here. It is a little warmer than usual, and then we're okay. In high volatility, he does less trading. I do the opposite. I'm not going to lie. But that's why we don't have to trade every day, every move. It's an individual call. And that's prudent to say going into what was apparent averted shutdown and into this volatile week is the schedule that I pointed out, the aforementioned schedule. Okay, what else? Short-term sentiment indicator, where are we? We're at 15, little time schnitzel. Goldman, they pulled back a little bit, still overweight. Sector sentiment basically all pressed to the, below 40 or 50. And once again, please do it at your own time. Always a reminder of thinking about the best of breeds while doing it. Chart on the ES. Friday's movers with range, price action, and volume. No surprise, I'm sure. Riven, I'm in that. Riven hot. VFC, woof, not in it. Groupon, is that still going? I don't want to look at my chart now. Groupon, I'll write that down. Actually, sexier ones on the downside from what I remember. Carnival reversed well. Array, Opera. Where's Oprah? Did Oprah follow through? Oprah? I thought about it. I don't really know that much about it. And I'm glad because this is the Oprah chart. Oprah weekly. Maybe it's on the 50-day at 11:30. Not my type of trade here. In this type of situation, if I'm going to start doing these things, which I'm actually not at the moment, you got to know what you own. You know what I mean? I don't want to get stuck in a low. It's if it's low float season, then I'll trade low floats. But you just don't want to get fancy. You just don't want to be. It gets me annoyed. I just won't do it. Being a bad company, that I don't care for. So Oprah, all right, I get it. It's volatile. It was once 30. It's down. It's cut in half or even more so. It did have the volume. That's why I pointed up. It's not like I'm waiting for it. It did have the volume. So that's why I bring it up. So that's all I trade price action range and volatility, at least in this type of environment. Continuing, this is what I meant to say. That's actually what I did say. I didn't want to post too much because I really didn't. I had bids and offers and whatever I do. But right again, before I started signing on 15 hours ago, that wasn't 15 hours ago. Hold on a second. Should be 15 minutes ago, 15 hours ago. Hold on, let me go to the main room. King dollar, yeah, King dollar. Guys with Fast and Furious in the morning, though, Paul led the way. Let me go back into the main room. But the reason why I went to the stocks indices room, if I don't want to be redundant, but for those that want to see my data put out in succession, I guess you could say uninterrupted by whatever it might be, even myself. Making it, well, actually can't because it's me uninterrupted. Go to the stocks indices room. The main room is Fast and Furious. And that's the way I like it. But that was said 15 hours. It should be 15 minutes. Oh, whatever. I really should just go into the red YouTube icon. No, that was last evening. I apologize, guys. Let me go back in here. Chart on the futures, upgrades on Goldman. Always movers, gapping up. Upgrades, downgrades. XLE breaks low. Kramer, how many billions and billions of dollars are on the wrong side of the long end of the curve? And it's staggering how much has been lost on the short position. There's movement. All right. Just hang in there. What I wanted to say is before I really started posting this morning, because I really didn't know, by the way, how can you not like Fisker? How can you not like, and this one has a heavy short float, by the way. I don't care what it's doing. And I'm in it. Matter of fact, I'll show you my position in Fisker. Show position info. I got 9,600 from 673. I'm in Fisker. And you know what? The weekly, look at the weekly getting sexy. You know what I mean? I'll be building. This is not something I really want to break high because the market's in a precipitous position. You know, it's not like everything. Well, you know what? Nevada's breaking out over the 50-day still, I hope. It is. SMCI, by the way, not looking close to file. Look at SMCI. My God. So Fisker. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if it's a builder. I have obviously I have almost 10,000 of it. It's not a barn burner, but I really would rather pay up for it. You know what I mean? Than build some sort of mid four figure position because the market is doing that. You know what I mean? Look how good it looked here. But now it's not even stretched. You know what I mean? That's anyway. I'm in Fisker. Next. My universe, most actives. And I said this, a lot going on. I'm not an analyst and certainly not a political scientist. Nobody's calling me one, but I just want to say that my acumen is, faster movement stocks at the moment. It's early, the beginning of the week. Relax, focus, have a plan, and there's always another trade. Just keep in mind what Larry said. And my best suggestion was to watch the coach's video at 9:30 on the Red YouTube channel. And why? Several reasons. Because A, coach knows what he's doing. B, he's white hot. And C, even if he's wrong, he's right because he's able to flip. And as all good traders do, or teachers, able to adapt to what's going on in the environment. By the way, coach streamed 1 hour ago, already garnishing 125 views, which is brilliant and impressive. Glad to be with you, coach, right there.
Trade call buying cable 2144. Right.
Great job, coach. And you know what? Go to the Red YouTube channel. Probably the second best of many that we offer. The first one being free. It's been that way for a long time. I don't think it's going to be changing anytime soon as we approach 3,300 subscribers. And hopefully I can get maybe half as much as coach, not to put myself down, but he's about my part of my plan is coach giving macro views or specific trades. Coach trades macro situations. Apple, obviously the big techs, he's the commodity guy, or at least my commodity mentor. And I narrow it down, to the smaller picture. Maybe if coach is bearish on Apple or bullish on Microsoft or gold, and I'll narrow, I get a list of all the stocks, 10 deep on each sector and some ancillary ones to do that. So depending upon what the call is there, I use that as part of my plan, as well as option flow as well. Obviously I need volume to get in and out because I don't want to be certainly the first one in this type of market. Sentiment plays a big deal out of it. I said before, they're a little bit on fear, and that's fine. You might want to be shorting a bounce instead of maybe buying a dip, but I'll leave it with that. Make this kind of short. And let's look at the wise guys are doing, because that's most important. Amazon getting a bullish situation right now. And you know what? It's coming up to a blue. Oh, that's it. All right, Amazon. I did post the Amazon calls before. Amazon bullish, XLU, the Utes are getting killed. TLT, to no surprise. That's what you have to watch. The whole universe is the TLT. Anything besides TLT in your universe should be thrown away. All right, mixed flow overall, call buyers in a selected group. Tesla, some weekly flow, put sweepers in a handful's name, mixture of growth and banks. I am not going to go to my screen right now and look because I don't know what I have yet. And the reason being is because I'll post my universe. Groupon, that was the high. I like that one. I posted it last night too. I posted Groupon last night and I missed it because I'm doing a video. And you know what? Just because TGH is free and I missed Groupon, take advantage of this, all right? Don't let my video and me missing Groupon go in vain. Do something about it. Groupon. I posted this last night, this bastard. I was looking. Oh, it was one of the most. Where is it? Anyway, trust me. I posted. That's what, believe me, I'm not reacting like this just because I Groupon, they took it up. I missed it. Right behind it. Groupon. Not in it. See that? Flat. 0, 0, 0, 0. Makes me upset. I have 0 Groupon. You bastard. All right, let's finish up here because you know what? I'll make this short because right after I finish, I'll be right here. I just want to readjust, see what I'm doing, talk to my peers, look at option flow, watch Coach's 930 video, which I didn't get the chance to watch. And anybody have any questions for the beginning of the week here? Mark D, where are you? Where are you, kid? If you're volunteering at the homeless shelter, which I do appreciate and know, be in the room today, make a nice donation, believe me, at the end of the year at the homeless shelter. Hopefully they'll need a bigger write-off than usual. Okay, what's going on now? Screen sharing, what's moving up? Oh, there it is. Top gainers in the 15 minutes. Groupon's up there. How about losers? Uh-oh. Nothing. Cart. Sold that at 30. Cart. They fought me on it. Is that all right? Carts are what, 28? It was thin down there too. Here's the cart weekly. Blah. Not that there's a weekly. Trust me. I punted cart at 30. Matter of fact, I hit the bid hard at 30. I remember it. I hit it hard. Boom. See, flat cart. All right. But I am in an ARM. Come on, ARM. Little bounce. All right. I'm an 8,000 ARM. My price is $53.69. That's okay. Actually, it's cheaper than that. I like it. It should pull up with NVIDIA, but it's not. So my opinion is trumping sentiment. But it's a technology stock and they're acting away today. So I have room for forgiveness. All right, let's look at the most actives before I go off today. This, by the way, is a generic list provided by one of Tradeview Markets platforms, the one that I use. I have my own curated. Matter of fact, Alexis is on there as we speak, working on it, I hope. FEMI, getting hot again. Tesla, red to green. Riven, I'm in that. Here we go. I'm buying more at 24.50 Riven. I have 4,000 Riven, and I was buying it in the hole. And I have a buy more at 24.50 on Riven. And believe me, things are going to freaking fly when it hits 24.50. 24.51. Hold on. Let's buy another 2,400 Riven. All right, we're in. We'll chase it. All right, next. We're in Riven. What else is moving up? Mike V, up a penny. AMD, nothing. NVIDIA, self-explanatory. They took it through the 250-day. We're in that. That's the spot. It rests here. It picks up some, my NVIDIA, my God. And the other one I pointed up was SMCI. My God. ON Semiconductor went with it. This ON didn't. ON is down now. That was up $2 on the day at one point. Huh. What about AEHR that has earnings this week? That's in the area, in the group, acting well. Note this AEHR. You want to play a lotto? Lotto. Let's play for points so I don't get in trouble for making something bad recommendation. Play a couple of getting a TradeView demo. Buy some AEHR calls. What would you do? Buy the 40. No, I would buy the 45s. Buy the 45s into earnings. Paper trade. All right, keep going. Apple, Riot. I'm in that. I'm in Riot too. I got a lot of it. 7,800 Riot. And I like it. You want to know why? Coin, did it give it all back yet? Gave a little of it back. Riot's better than Coin. Mara, Riot's the one, and I'm in that. Because we trade best of breeds here, or at least what's hot on the day here. Trade Amazon, Label, I'd like that to go positive. I have so many my poor friends, actually literally poor friends now in this XBI. You know what? I didn't get stubborn in this thing. See that flat XBI? Even from cheapness or bottom fishing, even from it's due. Came in with the volume too. Last time it got down here, came down with the volume. This is a different yo-yo scenario. Weekly, I don't like it. Can't do it. I want to do it too. I like the symbol. I like everything about XBI. Okay, we'll leave it there. Any questions? American Airlines, Bank of America, Pfizer had a good day the other day. That's following, that it's following from finally going ripping Pfizer. That's a rip of Pfizer. You know what I mean? All right. Anything? Leave it there. Q's on the high. Spies on the high. Giddy up. Do we have any positions at the high? I'm not going to look now. Any questions? Let's see what's moving when I see on the highs. Boom, share screen, new highs. Let's look at percent gainers for the intraday. Mints, BNOX, IMMM next. What's that? The volume, Riot. I'm in that. Mara, not in that. Back to Piton, SMCI, I mentioned it. DFS, JDST, the anti-golds. Geo, somebody's going to jail. AHR, mentioned it. No volume in the day. ZS, I mentioned that too, ZS. It's a buy. How could you not like ZS? This is the stocks I mentioned before. You want to be in ZS. You want to be in NVIDIA. You want to be in some Riven. What else did I post up here? What's taking sweeps now? That things. D-Dog got an upgrade today. It was up $3 in the open. Then it was a half $1. D-Dog bearish. Don't put credence in that, please. Internals. Dix. Lucid bearish. Lucid bearish. This one taking. That's not the type of put you want, though. And you know what? I'm getting sloppy. I'll leave it at that. All right. Any questions in the room as I close down 19 windows? If not, I'll take all questions after. Like I said, I'm here all day. Nice review, KRE. Thanks, Mike. Nice review, KRE. Only weakness I see. I agree. That's coaches pointing something out. And by the way, I will take it. I shook Coach out of the Citicorp short. Coach, they were bombing away into Januaries. It still made a move from 40 to 43. It still made a 10% move, Coach. But now I talk Coach out of Citicorp short. He's pointing out KRE to me. And he's right. Because I can look at, all I have to look at is this. I don't have to pull up anything else. There's the big daddy. JP and the boys has the support, and it should. But going back to Citi, which was the weakest all along, Wells Fargo of GGH Holding, typical, not adding to it. Look at this. Just 2 months. I was at the track telling everybody to buy Wells Fargo at 40, and now it's 30. All right, Paul has something to say. And you know what? When Paul says something, I listen. I'm not placating. If you're long the GBP, Ramiro's okay. Thursday's low. Tight stop bearish. Very simple. All right, King Dollar again. It's up to the, as I sign off here, SPHR new highs. I see this SPHR. It's PHR. This is not doing my due diligence. This is the SPHR, the sphere. If anybody did any reading over the weekend, they would have known that this is the symbol, futures, the sphere. And what is the sphere? It's this. SPHERE. Do you want the sphere? It was that glow. Hold on. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, SPHERE, LV, images. Go check this out. This is the sphere in Las Vegas. This is what it looks from the outside. YouTube broken in. And you know what? This is a phenomenal sphere. If I was driving by this thing, you know what I mean? Holy shit. So this is Sphere. This was announced this weekend. This is being part of pop culture, what's going on, and it's moving. That's it. I'll leave it there. Anybody little unusual buying out there? Hold on. We got something from Jesus. A little unusual buying out their names as well. INOD Perry, Riven Bullish. They're buying it now. They're listening to the webcast. They're so smart. Riven through 55 and 24 and a half. Smart. I'll leave it at that, guys. Right? A lot to do. I am in the positions I say. I don't want to be, listen, there's a lot to go on. A lot going on. You know what I mean? So I don't get emotional. I'm trying to put on a show. I'm not as good as my last change. Lewis, you have any questions? KRE regionals. No, I know regionals. Coach, I understand. Coach is telling me what KRE is, but he's right. KRE is the regionals. You can go to US Bank. That's a bad one. Lewis, any questions? Lewis, what questions are you hanging on? How about Lewis? I bought Zoom. Is that up? Please be up. 7106. All right, there you go. I'm long 5200 Zoom from 7066. I'll sell at 1400. Okay, how long am I now? knocking Zoom down. All right, so I took a little schnitzel. I told you I was on Zoom. Why am I selling Zoom is the question. Okay, it had option flow, which is why I pointed it out. Let's look at the 6 minute. Let's look at the 15 minute. Looks good. It had option flow. What am I looking for in Zoom? I don't really. I should let it go. Is it above the MAVs? It's above the moving averages coming out of flag. Not even over. It hasn't gotten going, and I'm selling it into option flow. A&F ripping. New chart. Look at A&F. Made the move on the way down. Made the hard money. A&F new highs. My God. What else is going on? Nike was a bad trade. They showed what was going on there. A couple of things macro before I leave off. The biggest deal out there is the shutdown at Netflix going Google, maybe the space. Netflix, I agree. I agree on Netflix. I can see it. I can see it. Yes, you can seriously buy gold bars at Costco. You can. What am I? Maybe I should stop. I think I'm dead serious all the time. I mean, I try to make light of everything. What am I going back here? So I'm posting on TradeGATE. I try to make light of things because there's some humility in this. You know what I mean? I'm not a robot. Believe me, I'm working on the algos. Trust me. But the time being is that you have to have a little humility and a sense of humor as the birds are chirping. Yeah, here's the article. You can now buy gold bars at Costco. You know what I mean? If you, I don't know, it's a lot. For me, it's a lot. It's easier to carry a debit card. It's a lot lighter too. I don't know if I would walk in there and try to, exchange a 10-pound bag of gummy bears for a book, but it is there. It's also bearish. It's almost bearish, like I told at the top of the hour. Now I'm getting like a game show host. They were accepting Bitcoin for houses, when it was 40, 50,000. But yes, that is true. Everything is always true. Uncle Mike, there isn't enough equity option guy that has learned as much. White boy Paco. White boy Paco? Somebody's pulling me Paco? I'm not gonna listen. I'm open to all denominations. I'm very, very liberal when it comes to at least people making fun of me. But someone call me Paco. Chromoism. Actually, don't think Uncle Mike. Let's hope that doesn't stick. Yeah, you can buy Colga. I'm going over now. I'm losing. Anybody have any questions, Lewis? Netflix can go. Watch the Zoom. Here's Netflix. Let's watch the stocks that are really moving today and working. And we'll go here. Top percent gainers intraday. Let's work on these ones. Let's stick with this. Okay. Volume, mints. We want the big volume. Most active. Want big volume and big percentage. Femi, BNOX, Mara. I'm in that. No, I'm not in that. I'm in Riot. I'm in that. You know what? Lebu, Pfizer, American Airlines. Here's my screen to get a glimpse of it. As Zoom probably rips the top tick Zoom. It's right with it. Here's my main screen. There it is. Share. That's it, guys. Any questions? CF gave it back. CCJ, Penthouse, the poorhouse. That's why why didn't it? Now it really had a problem. 42 to 38 with the volume. We'll see. Is A&F going to do something like that? Similar? I don't know. What else? I'm not in Nike. Nothing. LAC. I sold a bunch of that. Thank God. Actually, I sold it and I sold it. Do I have any in that? I had a ton of this. This LAC, this lithium stock. It went through breakthrough yesterday's low. Had volume. Had range. I did the right thing by selling it. What else am I in? Riot. Riven. It went through the 24 and a half? Where are we? 24.74. So we have 7,000 Riven and we're going higher. I'm not going to watch that. Next. That's it. That's well. Tesla, red to green. Over the 50-day, much like NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Riven, Fizzler, Cisco opened up big. Upstart, nothing. Carvana, finished. Planetary, it's got nothing. Asan took a day off. Buy, do nothing. PVD still goes square. Sold it. 40.60 of it. 45. Remember that? Right here. 45.60. Now the futures are freaking way higher. They're ripping. Slob giving it back. Chevron best of breed. What's going that look, that was Chevron. You got the Chevron's the one to buy. Exxon. Chevron's the one to buy. Pfizer, nothing. Morgan Stanley, the big fellow Morgan, nothing. All right, let me get going. As you can see, I was supposed to leave 15 minutes ago, but you know what? I have to go back and look at the Sharpies now, the sweeps. Now it just never stops. Frey bullish. That's a battery maker. I was long Frey from where? 3. Oh no, 475. Incorrect, Mike V. Misinformation. Frey, Tesla calls. What is that? The VIX coming down nicely. VIX selling provides the main boost. VIX is dying down. Okay, so no news came out yet. It's 11:30. You know, things settled down. People did this. So the VIX is coming down. The most important thing is not really the shutdown at this point. It's monetary conditions tightening. You have to watch monetary conditions and credit swaps. That's predominant in the morning. So at the moment. So keep in mind, Riven, a lot of stocks making nice moves. I'm here all the week. I'm kidding. And thanks for tuning in. I'll do better the next time. Remember, as I go back to TradeGATEHub, this being a Monday, the most important things that I want people to realize is that this data that I put out, you go to the stocks indices room of all things that might be relevant about going throughout the week dynamically, as I say, because things might happen. So once again, thanks for tuning in. I hope I didn't go overboard or do too much. Comments, suggestions, and complaints always welcome. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.